Hey guys, CDTVProductions here, also known as The Walking L. If you're wondering why I'm calling myself that, it's because I live streamed some PUBG a couple days ago, and it didn't go so well. Oh fuck! That was embarrassing. And there we go. I'm dead. It's over. Thank God. But moving on from that, Rae Sremmurd recently dropped their newest album, Sremm, or SremmLife 3. This also, of course, featured the solo albums from each member, those being Swaecation and Jxmtro. So I thought it would be a fun idea to tell you guys what my personal favourite songs from these three projects are in one video. So with that being said, this is CDTV Productions. My reactions to these three albums will be linked in the description below, and let's get right into the video.
In the heat of the moment, I know I can trust myself. In the heat of the moment, in the heat of...
Now, I really didn't enjoy Swaecation at all, but I forced myself to pick one song off of both solo albums, and this is my favourite from that project. The instrumental and the hook really make this track for me. The flute that plays during the hook is very nicely worked into the beat, and Swae's words line up perfectly with it. It's easily the most bearable song on Swaecation, so that's why I've decided to include it here. Additionally, it's one of the few songs on that album that is under 4 minutes long, which is good because on Swaecation a big issue was that a lot of the songs overstayed their welcome. This track didn't have that issue.
I don't know how to lose. I think the Rari go faster without the roof. Fucking on Saturday, I might go around it, two stacking up. I love how my money count on move.
Yet again, personally not a fan of Jxmtro, but this song was easily the best from it. His flow is showcased really well here, and it's a track that just goes super hard. The beat is a little strange. That main melody, I guess you could call it a melody, or the bass line or whatever, that really weird sound, it almost verges on being annoying, but Jxmmi is good enough on it that the beat doesn't sound irritating. It also doesn't have the issue a lot of the other tracks on Jxmtro have, which is the repetitive hooks. Here, it stays interesting enough and serves as an enjoyable banger track.
Live so fast, I never take a pause. No more talk, we're kicking down the doors. I wouldn't trade this life for anything, it wouldn't be the same.
This song is the follow-up to one of Rae Sremmurd's biggest hits, Black Beatles, and this one follows the theme of a rock star lifestyle even more closely than that track, with some actual guitars featured in the instrumental, which I thought was a very nice and very fitting touch here. My favourite part of the track in the instrumental though is where it basically breaks down to just playing the string section of the beat, and it just sounds so great. The only thing I find a little weird about the song is that kind of filter, I guess, that Swae has on his voice. It makes his voice sound a little lost in the instrumental, but honestly, it fits the theme of the song, and I enjoy it. I guess only time will tell if this song can become as big as Black Beatles.
So CLOSE. You know I'm a dog and I can't control it. Wanna settle someday, but not at the moment. I'ma stack up the cake like Obama told me.
Now, I do feel like we were kinda teased with the Travis feature here, because when you see his name, you expect him to be a significant part of the song, but he only had a 30-second verse on this track. And despite that, despite feeling a little bit snaked, a little bit cucked if you will, I still love this song so much. I don't know why Swae felt the need to spell a 5-letter word during the hook, but I'm not mad about it. I think it's a quality hook. On top of that, this contains one of my favourite verses from Slim Jxmmi on this project. His flow was just great, I mean, as it always is, and after the mostly relaxed sound the track had, he really injected a good dose of hype into the song. I'm gonna replay this one a lot.
Much cooler than the cool kids. Whoa, can you believe every night we do this? Yeah. We're seeing smug, toast it up.
Now, if you want to know how hard this song just slapped me in the face, just watch my reaction to it. God damn, this thing bumps incredibly hard. There's something about those fast-paced strings on the beat and the weighty drums that really just add a whole lot of impact to the track. I don't know how Swae manages to carry his high-pitched vocals over such an energetic beat, but he does it, and it sounds great. Of course, A beat like this is perfectly suited for Slim Jxmmi too, so he kills it on here. Top it off with a nice featured verse from Juicy J, and you have a track that really doesn't feel as long as it actually is. Like, this thing is over 5 minutes, and it really does not feel like that. The only thing I have to say, I don't know if people are going to agree with me on this, but saying RIP to Lil Peep is definitely a nice gesture, but it's so out of place on a verse that literally only talks about fucking women other than that line. I thought that was a little bit weird personally, but overall, this one is a banger. There's one main reason for this being here, and it's the vocals and melodies provided by everyone on this track. It is so insanely smooth. Of course, that's to be expected when you have someone like The Weeknd on the hook, a man who delivers vocals that makes every single gender and sexual orientation tingle at least a little bit when they hear his voice. Swae also brings some high-pitched singing that just impresses me every single time I hear it. The most surprising thing for me was the fact that Slim Jxmmi also sings here too, as that's something that rarely happens, and he pulls it off just fine enough here. It sounds good to me. This song just instantly puts me in a relaxed vibe, and honestly, I'm quite addicted to this track, and that's why right now at the moment it is my personal favourite song from SremmLife 3. Well guys, that is going to be it for the video today. Thank you so much for watching. I do hope you guys enjoyed this one, and if you did, I would really appreciate you leaving a like and subscribing if you haven't done so already. Like I said, there will be links in the description to my twin's channel, CDTV where you can essentially see through my twin how I would have reacted to these 3 SremmLife albums. Also, of course, if you want to keep up with me on social media, you can find me everywhere under the name CDTVProductions. That's Snapchat, Twitter, and Instagram. I'm on all of them, just under that name. And that's all I got to say today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you all in the next video. I apologize for it being a week since I last uploaded, but I got quite a few videos coming up the other half of this week. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, guys. I'll see you all in the next one, and this is CDTV Productions signing out.